Welcome, one and all. This is the Peace Dealer. It's been a while since I've done a peace talk, and I'm glad to resume this series back with Darius and Thaddeaus of the Why Did I Incarnate Podcast. What's up, brothers? How you doing?
Doing very good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little bit tired, feeling that 12th house energy, but definitely grateful. Where you guys stop of? Or where are you guys living right now?
We're in West Palm Beach, Florida right now.
Yeah.
So the weather's pretty nice out here.
Hot. I mean, it's starting to, it rained earlier, which is perfect because apparently it's starting to get rare around here. So it's a good day today.
It is a nice day, yes.
Yeah. Like we got the rain earlier, so now that we have the sun, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, Dax, where are you from?
I'm actually from Jersey. I lived in like East Brunswick and Orange, East Brunswick for probably until like 18 or so. But yeah, repping that East Coast.
Cool. Okay. And you are still there? You're in LA? No, I don't know. Where are you at now? Still Jersey?
I was in El Paso, Texas, but now I'm in Vegas. I am in LV, Sin City.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just feeling this influx of energy.
Yeah.
I'm right by airport, so this is mad nice house. Like lots of different people coming in and out every day and whatnot. But
okay.
All right. Cool.
So how old are y'all?
I'm 26
and 24, right? Yeah, I had to think about it.
Right. So many solar rotations. We could synthesize it again. That's what's up, though. So for those watching, what are your sun, moon, and rising signs? For those who didn't care.
What was the question?
Your sun, moon, and rising.
Oh, I'm a Leo sun. I'm a Cancer moon. I'm a Pisces rising.
Oh, nice. So your son's in the 8th house.
My son is in the 6th house.
Oh, Pisces rising. All right, sure.
Pisces rising, yes.
Y'all are advanced.
Yeah.
I am a Virgo Libra cusp, and I am whatever. Stop hating. And my rising is a Cancer, and my moon is a Leo.
Right. Okay, so moon in Leo, and then your moon was in no.
My moon's in Cancer. His moon is Leo.
Cancer, Leo, nice. And so if you're in the Libra cusp, were you born like on the 23rd, like the day of September? Or?
September 22nd.
Oh, okay, so you're at the tail end of your Oh,
yeah.
You got a master.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And just to specify, so which one of you is Darius and which one of you is Thaddeaus? For those who don't know, watching this.
Sorry, I am Thaddeaus Sims, and
I'm Darius. What?
Yeah.
And we have this podcast, Why Did I Incarnate? And it's basically just a spiritual people trying to live spiritual lifestyles, but of course we encounter physical reality, and we're just speaking on our past and the things we can do to help others in their future, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much what he said. Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty much sharing all the stuff that we've done or been through in our experiences, and just pretty much sharing those and being authentic and truthful about those, so people can actually see the raw deal of being, I guess, spiritual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's really awesome. The name is definitely that's a very great name for the podcast. I'm really interested though, before we talk more about that podcast, and I will mention this again at the end. I do have the link to the description for your website. But what's it like dealing with, what's the cool parts of working together, and the challenging parts as far as you being a Leo and another being a Virgo, and vice versa?
We're like polar opposites, kind of, because as a Leo, I want to get stuff done like now. Let's go, let's get it done. Let's go. He's the more, okay, we can look at the details. No, I'm ready like now. Like I'm ready today, not 5 minutes from now. but we complement each other because I can use those traits and he can use more of my traits. So it works out together. Truly.
Yeah. So yeah, that's on his end, and like he's very, like he just said, he's very good. But I'm more okay. No, I need details. I can't, I can't operate that way. I'm like, sorry, because when we do something, it's like, see that detail over there could have helped over here. So that's just me. Like I need to understand it. It has to process in my head. So I'm like, okay, he'll say, let's do this. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, all right, well, okay, that sounds like a good idea. And then I think, all right, so, okay, cool, we'll do that. But if this comes up, then how we handle it, we'll handle that when we get them.
Exactly.
Like,
we'll learn from experience. We'll dive in and we'll fail. If we fail, then we'll learn from that.
See, I'm trying to make it just flow. I'm trying to just go through it and make it simple and easy. He's like, whatever. But we do literally, like he said, we complement each other, and we have this flow where, like, we don't slow each other down. Like he has the speed up process, but I have the let's not go too fast. So we have this steady pace.
Very steady.
Very steady.
Yes.
So we know, and we literally know, okay, I know how he operates. He knows how I operate. We know what we're going to look at. He'll do certain things and he automatically just knows stuff. And I'm like, okay, I know nothing about that. Or I'll do something. I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll do this. And he's like, okay, whatever. So it works out.
Truly, it works out.
Yeah, it's very funny. It is very hilarious majority of the time, because he'll say something and I just look at him and I'm like, I don't know, but let's yeah. He knows it. He's like, yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I don't know what we're doing, but okay, well,
exactly, we'll learn from it.
I'll go with you there, but because of him, he'll do certain things, and I'll go behind him and make sure the details are right.
Right.
Because he'll mess up on a word. I'm like, see, no, I'm gonna need you to do this. But he gets on me on that too. So it
works out. It does work out.
Yeah.
No, that's what's up. And I think I remember you were saying, Darius, you're a Cancer moon, and then Thaddeaus, you're a Cancer rising.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and then oh no. Okay, and then you also have a Leo moon too as well.
I do. Yeah.
Okay, so that's also, you're connected with Leo and Cancer too. So that's pretty dope.
Not to mention, I have Mercury, Mars, and Venus in Virgo. So I connect. I get it. I just don't want to go through it. Like, I understand what you're doing. I just don't want to, like, physically go through the motions. So we definitely connect. Yeah.
Where he doesn't physically want to, I do, but I just do it. It's just gotta do it. Yeah.
All right, this is up. So, let's hear a little bit more about your channel. Like, I'm really interested in, like, what both got you on this path. But before that, if someone kind of just is interested in what they could come up on your channel, I know you mentioned it, but what could they expect? And then also, I know you have I know there's also an intuitive channels are us. So could you both talk about your individual projects as well?
So the podcast is built around the idea of spiritually trying to live spiritually. And as a spiritualist, you just want to be happy all the time. You know that you can manifest things, you can create your reality. But how do you do that? How do you do all of that while living in the world of Trump, living in the world of war and chaos? How do you do that? And we just go very specific topics. So the power of resistance and things we've encountered in the past, the power of awareness, and how having awareness can allow you to understand your personal power. Because once you understand your personal power, you can then create from a place of power. And that's what we just go on, just give very specific details of our past experiences and things we've encountered ourselves and how we grew from them. Yeah. Basically, that's what the podcast will be about. And Intuitive Channels Are Us is my business. He has the other business, Dynamic Spiritual Healings. And what I do for my business is I basically teach others to channel. Like, I know for a fact everyone's intuitive, and I know it's a very quick process to activate your intuition. So it's just a matter of me tapping into your energy, figuring out what the blocks are, and letting you know, hey, you need to do this instead of that. Mm-hmm. And for Dynamic Spiritual Healings, what do you do?
Yeah, so for my business, it's Dynamic Spiritual Healings, and what I like to do, I like to heal others energetically speaking. But the reason why it's dynamic is because there's different ways I like to go about healing. It may not even require energy. It could be just a matter of a person just talking to me and just visualizing me as a person I need to release stuff to, or it could be exercises, or it could be symbols that come to me. It could be a variety of different things because I do healing in a variety of different ways. So that's what I like to do. That's my business. And then just another detail with the podcast is just one of the things we were talking about it is that we want to share our experiences while we are walking down the journey.
Yes, very important.
Because most of the time you see a lot of spiritual people and they are kind of like already...
They're like 60 years old. They're already going through it. We're still experiencing it.
Right.
Every topic we have, we come up with moments before because we experienced that topic the week prior. So it's like very fresh topics we're going over. The things we talk about, we experienced the week before.
Exactly.
So it's like very fresh in our current lives. We're very passionate about it at the same time.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. So there's nothing really we have to what should we? It's like, okay, we literally, before we do a podcast, hey, what have you experienced
this past week?
Yeah,
truly.
And then we just go from there. And then what we do is that because both of us are intuitive, we help each other out in our variety of different ways. And then we just we should share this with others. And there
Precisely,
you go.
Yes.
That's an episode.
Every week we have a problem, we overcome it, we talk about it, literally.
Yeah.
That's what happens in our life.
And sometimes it may not even be a problem. It's like, all right, let's talk about something like
random.
Yeah, something random.
Random,
yeah, we can't because we don't like to stay stagnant in a certain way.
No.
We have to switch it up. We'll get bored. But yeah.
No, that's interesting. Okay. And you said something that is really piqued my interest, and my inner Virgo is like, I need more details. So it's about the variety of ways. Could you go a little bit more into that?
Yeah.
For
Yeah. Okay. So I'll do. Okay. Well, let's talk about energy. I'll do energy work. So how that'll go into details is if, say, for example, there's somebody that come and talk to me and they say, hey, I'm going through this issue or this pain somewhere. So I'm like, okay, I'll ask them before I do. I'm like, you want me to take a look? They'll say, yeah. I'll take a look. Clear vision or whatever they call it. Sorry, but I'm trying to be, I'll look into their body and I'll just see if they have any blockages. And depending on what I need to do, it's a variety of different ways. It could be their body itself may tell me to do this, or I may see something, or an ancestor of theirs may come, or a spirit guide may come. That's one of many ways that'll go with the energy. I may do stuff where I just have to run different vibrations in their body. That I learned actually from I think it was a Pleiadian. Yeah, he taught me that. It was pretty cool. But I'll do stuff is a variety of different types of energies. Another thing is that it could be a healing where it could be something emotional. So I kind of break it up. I'm detailed in my work. So they may have blockages or gaps in their mental space, emotional space, and just their overall energy. And so what I'll see, if there's a patch or something there, then I'll go to that patch and then it'll pretty much tell me, okay, this is what's happening, or I'll see it. If they're having a pain somewhere in their, I don't know, foot, I may hear like somebody's on the basketball court. I'm like, were you playing basketball or something at this time? And they're like, yeah. And then after that, it'll reveal to me what they need to release so that pain can go away. So it can come in so many different ways for me to do it. And also too, it's just a matter of when I do the healings, I have to get them, depending if I have to, it's to get them moving. Like, I'm not going to tell you to just sit down and like lay. Like, no, you may need to get up. You may need to stretch. You may need to do some type of physical movement to move the energy within you, because, you know, you're an energetic being. So, yeah, I'm stopping there because there's so many different things I can go with. But did I answer your question?
No, we definitely got a better insight. Actually, I'm not sure. Do you have the actual video up right now? I'd like for you to join us in the live chat, because there's definitely people watching along, and show us some love. And for those of you watching in the live chat, we're gonna pull tarot cards and do a little bit of Q&A near the end, if that's cool with y'all too. I had given you the link to the actual video, so you should be able to pull it up.
Oh, okay, we didn't even know this slide was up. Now we have it open. Okay, awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. Y'all getting some love. They like you.
Yeah,
so,
I'm seeing nice. Okay, awesome.
Thank you guys. You guys are awesome.
one thing that I saw that was really cool is I saw that Darius, you did an intuitive reading for Jay Versace, and
I did, yes.
That was awesome.
That was awesome, right? Yeah.
That was really awesome. What was that like? As far as like the series, really, if you can get into a bit more about your channel now, like what was the inspiration for that, and how were you taking it?
So my YouTube channel I have a few series. I have Channeling Dead Guys, where I literally channel dead guys, Michael Jackson, Chester Bennington. I'll just have conversations with the deceased, essentially. And then I'll have this other series where I do celebrity intuitive readings. And where did it come about? Honestly, I don't know. I remember, okay, Chester Bennington passed away, and I know he hung himself. I'm like, why? Why the hell did he hung himself? Like, oh, I'm intuitive. Let me talk to him. So I did that. Like, oh. Simple. Like, yeah, so I feel like people want to know this stuff. So I'll make a series about it. Channeling Dead Guys, done. There you go. And people want to know about celebrities. We're all nosy as hell. So now I do a series for celebrities. But I don't do like a future-based, like what will happen in the future. It's more like, if they were here asking for a reading, what could I tell them to help them progress in life? Like Jay Versace, he's focusing on a lot of the negativity of the fame. So I'm like, okay, dude, you got to stop doing that. Focus on this instead. So I kind of make those videos for the celebrities as if I was giving a reading for them if they were in front of me. And it kind of just took off. I'm sorry?
How did he see it?
Oh, I DM'd him. Oh, I did. Oh yeah, for sure. I'm very proactive. Let's get it. Let's go. I hit him up in the DMs, and he replied. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Seriously,
that's really awesome. I just can't shake, how both of you are, Darius and Thaddeus. I just get this feeling like you both reunited from a past life,
Yeah, absolutely, truly. Like we both worked at the same place at different times, and someone who stayed for both of us, someone who stayed was like, oh, I have a friend who you will love. And then she said his name. I'm like, I love this guy. She said Thaddeus. I'm like, wow, that's a powerful person. A lot of power with that. I loved him ever since. Before I met the guy, I'm like, yes, I love this guy. And we met, and we were like great friends since then, truly.
Yeah.
We've known each other for less than 2 months. Like less than 2 months we've known each other, but we hit it off very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally, it doesn't feel like we have to remind ourselves. Like, yeah. I'm like, oh wait, we only known each other for how long? Very short amount of time. But it doesn't feel that way. But one thing I can say about Darius is, and this is something for me because I've taught a lot of people a lot of different things. But one thing about Darius is when I first met him, he had that confidence. And I'm not saying it in a funny way. He legit had confidence that a lot of people don't really necessarily have. Like I've always had to kind of help people build that. But Darius had that. He had that confidence. He had the intuition. He was just like, yeah, I'm ready. So when I first met him, I was like, oh, well, I don't have to teach him nothing. Like I can share some stuff, but he'll master it. So I taught him some stuff. He's like, okay, done, got it. What's next? Literally. So he was that guy. Or if I would teach him like, okay, this a little advanced. He was like, okay, got it. I'm like, oh, wow, he mastered that. Okay, that took me like a few weeks, but he got that in a day. Okay, I'm liking this. So it was very good. But Darius has this thing too. I wanted to say too with his channel is. Just from someone who's working with Darius is very like he says he goes at it, he does this. Darius is very creative. When I say this boy's creativity, like he has this, I don't know, this whole space for creativity where if I can show you the text messages, he'll say, I'm thinking of doing this. Like he wants to open a restaurant. He wants to do music. All these things.
Truly. Like I'm not the kind of person who wants to just do one thing. They always tell you to stick with one thing. No, I don't want to. I know I can't. I know as a spiritual being, I have the ability to create multiple different avenues of momentum. So why not do that? Why not operate from my heart space and do what my heart wants me to? I love food. I love spiritual stuff. I love music. Why not do multiple things at all times? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So absolutely.
Very
definitely.
True.
Yes.
Very true.
No, that's definitely amazing. Now I know why. In the article I read, Leos are like the richest people. They're the most billionaires in Leo. And Virgo and Libra on that list too, which is interesting. But I mean, not to make this about money or anything, but still, this is still really awesome. I don't know why. I'm really glad you mentioned that. You haven't even known each other for like 2 years. First of all, for those of you in the live chat for 2 months, for those of you wondering what their channel name is, I have the link in their website below. I think on their website you can also access their Instagram, but we'll make sure we I'll make sure that we ask in the end, just to get it for sure. But regardless, before I forget, I was gonna say yes. I'm glad you said that. You haven't really known each other for that long, because the chemistry is just visible. It's so. Yeah. I really do feel like maybe you both were gladiators in Greece. It's just like
I can so see that. Yes. Yeah. Like he looks very quaint and very calm, but underneath that, he's the warrior. Truly, like this expressiveness I'm having. Yeah. I'm him on the inside. He's me on the outside. Does it make sense? I think it's opposite, right? Yeah. You get what I'm saying, right? Like this, like I'm very vibrant. That's him on the inside.
Yeah.
But on the inside of me, I'm like very, very quaint.
Cool, collected. Yes. No, that's awesome. Darius is out here mastering the Rasengan in 3 days and shit.
Love it. Too funny.
So yeah, another thing. Yeah, true. Another thing to keep in mind, of course, or rather, I was gonna say another thing to keep in mind is like tracking the progress of the collective and trying to let your messages align and fine tune that. But before I even get there, what really you both kind of mentioned this, but what really brought you both together? Why did I incarnate, right? Why did we all incarnate? But most importantly, why did both of you ultimately meet? What first of all inspired both of you on the spiritual path individually? And then what really made you both decide, hey, let's do this together?
Growing up, I've always known there was more to life than what meets the eye. I was raised in a very Christian background. I was in the church at the crack of damn dawn. My grandma was like the Sunday school teacher. I was there all the time. Didn't like it, but I knew I was there for a reason. I knew there was an underlaying to this physical world, and I didn't know why. So I started to Google different things. I eventually came across spirit guides, and I started to meditate, and that just built over time. And then last year, I started doing intuitive readings, and I just kept feeling like I need to do a podcast. I need a podcast, but I can't do it alone. I just knew I couldn't do it alone. And so the second I met this guy, I'm like, podcast. That's why I know you. We have this great chemistry. We're great conversationalists. We're meant to do this podcast. So I immediately brought it up to him, and like the next week, done. Just put it out there constantly.
Yeah. Okay, for me, my path, I kind of grew up a little differently. I kind of grew up with having my gifts and being aware. Like I remember before incarnating, I remember my consciousness entering my mother. We're gonna be technical. I'm just saying we're being authentic. So I remember my consciousness entering my mom's womb between 4 to 6 months. I remember being in there. I remember being born. All of that. So I kind of had all of my stuff. So at a particular age, I was kind of very bored with seeing everything ahead of time, because I think I told him, I was just like, I would see stuff and it was just like living the day twice. So at some point I figured out how to turn it off, and then I did, and then at some point I had to turn it back on with the gifts and stuff. But like him, I was raised in a Christian household, though my family wasn't crazy Christian. They were like, okay, yeah, we gonna go because we do this, but once you get that age, you can say no. It's like, okay, no. But I just went through this whole path of like more discovering more who I am in this whole, like, what am I? I know I'm not atheist, but like, what is it? So I discovered more stuff with my Native American background that resonated with me, and I just got deeper into that. And after that, I just started to be aware of, like he said, spirit guides. I started to be aware of abilities, gifts. I grew up thinking that there was something in the family and that no one would tell me. And until I got 21, when you watch TV, you're like, okay, when you're 21, you're going to know, like, this is who you are. This is who you are. But, that never happened, unfortunately. So I had to go through it. But up until recently, I did discover that my family on both sides do have gifts, but some of them just don't choose to tap into it, and they are aware, but they just aren't aware that they're aware. But it's weird. But anyways, then comes fast forwarding to meeting Darius. What made me want to work with Darius is that, again, it goes back to his confidence and his energy, and he had this clarity about him that he knew what he wanted to do. And I was at that point where I was just like, I'm tired of teaching people stuff. Like, I'm gonna need these people to learn stuff. Come at me when y'all ready. But he had that about him, and so he had a very unique energy to him. And I was learning about business before, and then he was talking about business, and I was like, yeah, I want to do business. And to be really honest with you, and I have no shame in this, it's really because of Darius that we do have the podcast, because I always talked about doing a spiritual business, but I never really went through with it. I wrote all the details down, and Darius was like, you should do it. You should just do the business.
Yeah.
You should add this. You can do a website. So he knew all of that stuff that I didn't know. And because of that, and since I had the details, he had the action and the work. Because of that, I just was like, all right, let's just do it. And he just, yeah. So it's really Darius. Darius like ignited that. And it is very rare for me to really work with someone, but with him, he just had that energy about him. So honest props go to Darius. So, and we talked, we have the ability. So we was like, like he said, let's do a podcast. I was like, all right, let's do it. It's a way to share and give back to others. So let's just do it. And here we are now.
So for those of you who want to see how profound the astrology of this is, like, Darius, you are a Leo, and the North Node is in Leo, so it's like you really harness the energy of destiny to spark this forward, and that's very amazing. And Thaddeus, you really legit just reminded me of the "It's Not Your Fault" video I made, and I always make fun of Virgo for having to deal with stupidity in people, and how like everyone they meet is just either stupid as hell or just they don't know shit, and Virgo just has to suffer through that. So it's kind of hard for me not to laugh, because it's real out here. It's even taught me to like notice that compatibility between Leo and Virgo too, as far as like, oh, I don't have to teach this person so much, it's kind of interesting. But other than that, to get a little bit more serious, what do you really feel about the current state of this spiritual warfare, as far as being intuitive and encouraging people to be stronger in themselves, but also, protecting themselves against negative vibrational frequencies? Could you also talk at length about, how possible it is for people to look at your picture and just start to throw negative energy at you, or how dark this really gets, and what do you do against it?
So for me, my go-to is the law of attraction. So yes, people can indeed throw energy away, but if you aren't in the vibrational state of mind to receive it, it will not affect you. Because I'm sure people throw negative energy your way, but there's a certain type of perspective you have to maintain constantly to in order for that negative energy to just bounce off of you. And that's a big reason why we do the podcast, because the podcast at the core teaches you how to just stay on your path of alignment. And on your path isn't negativity. There's contrast, because contrast creates desire, and you want to have desire because you need desire to grow and to expand, which is the main reason why we came here. But there isn't necessarily evil and darkness unless you intend to counter it by focusing on it and thinking on it and giving your attention. So my thing is just to keep focused on the path that you want to create. If you are a spiritual person and you're experiencing darkness, honestly, I mean, yes, there's like black tourmaline, there's sage and stuff, but like at the core of what I do to get out of all of that is just to focus on that which I want to experience. I want to experience happiness, so I'll like focus on my favorite TV show. I'll put on my PS4, I'll put on some anime or something to just pivot my perspective to things I want to experience, which is I want to laugh, I want to give time, I want to have a good time. I'll go outside. A great way to get rid of any kind of negative energy is to get grounded. I'll spend time in nature barefoot. I'll be like lying in the grass, just Like I'm like a little bit of a hippie, so I'm like the one who I can be outside butt ass naked, just happy, running free as hell. That is what I do to just kind of escape the world and all the negative things that this world can bring. But for the most part, it's just paving your path with the focus on positivity. For the most part, what do you think?
Okay, so my take on things is a little different. Because I guess you can say incarnated so many times, and I have like bits and pieces of my memories and stuff. Like he said, the warrior in me personally, I don't really even pay attention to the whole like spiritual warfare, anything type at all, because to me, I already won and I don't got time for all of that. And then number two is just the things that people are, how can I put it? The things that people are introduced to, I guess, like light and dark or negative or this, that, and the other. I had to throw all that away and go within myself and figure out what works for me. And what I discovered, and this isn't maybe for everybody, and I'm going to say that again, this isn't for everybody, but what I discovered for myself is that I got past the whole, this is bad, this is whatever. I personally, yes, there's light, but there's darkness. I personally enjoy my darkness because I don't look at darkness as what they say darkness is. To me, I've learned that darkness is just mystery or things you're not aware of. And when you're afraid of the things you're aware of, that creates fear, blah, 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 blah. And there we go down that whole tangent thing. So when I understood that, okay, my darkness, quote unquote, is just things that I'm not aware of, then I really need to dive in there, because I've learned every time that I dive into the dark things about myself, it greatly amplified my light. So going into other things, it's like with negativity and stuff like that. I personally, I think what helps me is that I have a mindset that everything serves me regardless. I don't really say it's good or bad. It's just like, okay, some people may say this is negative, but okay, why is this bothering me? This is serving as an opportunity for me to grow and evolve. So if someone pisses me off, I'm like, you know what? I'm mad, but why did they piss me off? And, I'll go through it, and I'm not afraid to go through it because I'm not going to resist it. I personally have to face things head on, and I need to experience it. And then I learn from it, then I grow. And then when I meet someone else who is going through the exact things that I went through, I can tell them, okay, this is what you do. That's if they're open to that. But as far as the whole spiritual warfare, my thing is if you, for me, let me say this again, for me, if I try to tune into that frequency, then I'm allowing myself to be into that warfare. But if I, at the same time, know my vibration, I keep my vibration very, very high. Like me personally, I don't protect myself because that means I think that then there is something that I'm creating at the same time to be protected from.
I agree, completely agree with that.
So I don't protect myself. I just keep my vibrations high because I know the being that I am, and I know, okay, none of that doesn't faze me. One, I'm not giving my energy or paying my energy to those things. So therefore, I'm paying energy to my source, who I am, what I can do, what I can bring about to the world. That is what I'm giving my power to, and not all this other little stuff. To be honest, it's just like, I think of it like, to wrap all that up. If you are a giant, I know I got to wrap it up. If you're a giant and there's ants on the ground, are the ants really going to phase you, or are you going to keep focusing on what you need to do? And that's just how I stay at that, being a giant, and don't let these little things bother me. You don't even recognize the ant when it's crawling. So I don't know, that's just how I operate. Hopefully that answered the question.
It answered like several questions.
Oh, okay.
That was very powerful. That you can tell that's a stance from a very transcendent place. So the defense comes from really focusing on higher vibrations, and then also just not acknowledging that something dark has the power to drag you down. That's definitely, that's what I imply. I feel like that's the best way to combat, or at least acknowledge that energy. I kind of see more of psychic self-protection as like, when it rains outside, you wear a coat. You know what I mean? Like, you just kind of have simple, but that's one of the most important things about it. If you stress so much about worrying about this entity or that entity, you do fall down a negative spiral. So you really did cap on the most important part of this, which is perception, making sure you have the right outset on this. this, because a lot of people do like to, I think the dark side of spirituality are people who like to romanticize the dark and get people to fear it. So now you need to pay them $1,000 because you know you got demons chasing you.
Oh
We
God,
can clean you from
that's
that.
a whole nother. I'm just like, oh, we're still believing in these fairy tales. Okay, all right, okay, cool.
Yeah. So actually, let's play a game now. Before we draw some cards, let's play a 3 questions game. So we'll take turns asking each other's questions. I think it'll be a little longer because we got 2 instead of 1. So you'll both ask me a question and then I'll answer it, and I'll ask you both a question. I'll ask both of you the same question, and then you answer. Right. Once we get 3 rounds, then we'll be finished, and then we can start pulling. And they could be questions about anything too. So
okay. I have a question. So what you like mystic illuminations, essentially you're having other intuitives under you give intuitive readings through your brand that you've built over the time. How did you get to that point that you're currently at now? Like in the very beginning, how did you have someone go under your brand? Did you just ask them, or was it like how did that happen? Because I'm trying to do the same thing. I want to have others intuitives like give readings under my brand. But how do I do that exactly? Like I just ask them, or like what?
Asking definitely. Honestly, I just set the intention because this really taught me that chapters are everything. As far as like the North Node transiting through signs, I didn't realize how much those are like seasons of a show, because that's kind of what set away everything that's kind of built for me so far, and I didn't really notice it until recently as I've kind of gained more success doing this. So with the Mystic Illuminations brand, as you see, I changed my name back to the Peace Eater, but I still have the brand. I just really set the intention. Like I wanted to have the website, I had the vision of what I wanted, but I did not at all expect to have readers, and amazing readers at that, on the site like so soon. However, I work with a Capricorn woman. She really helps coordinate and market a whole lot of what I do. And the reason why I'm revealing that is because, like Capricorns do not play around. Like, just to let you know, like they really get stuff done. So I had thought that this was a far out goal, like something I would have to do, later. She was like, no, we can do this right now. It's like, she helped me organize like everything, to contact the right people. I really see her as, because I'm a Gemini, right? So I'm pretty naive. Like if someone seems like they have a good heart, like I'll just be like, hey, yeah, let's entertain them, even though they could be like a horrible person. So she's very valuable to me, because like I can talk to her about it and she'll let me know if they're worth it or if they're not worth it. You know what I mean? So I really see her as like a guardian angel that's really helped manifest the intent here. But I'm glad that you asked, because this definitely was something that I did not expect to materialize as soon as I did. So I'm very grateful, keeping it going. It's definitely asking, just reaching out to people. I feel in your case, it'll be similar here, where you'll have a lot more people asking you than you asking them. So it would just be like,
very nice.
Definitely have options. So yeah, but of course that took time to build and whatnot, because I had to have the channel for a while before I had an opportunity. But yeah, I'm just really grateful. It's really still like a dream. Like I didn't expect to be here this soon. So definitely got to bring up the A game and whatnot. But yeah, my question for both of you are, what are, you don't have to tell us all of them, but what is one of your superpowers or really great gifts that you really are proud of or have developed quite profoundly so far?
You go first.
No, you go first. You go first.
I am like the master. I don't want to be like like very cocky when I say this, but I'm like the master channeler. I can talk to anyone, any deceased person, any type of energy with so much ease and so much clarity without doubt. Just very quickly. And it's so interesting how this built over time, because last year I was so hesitant to do everything I'm doing now. I was horrified to do what I'm doing now. But now it's like, whatever, no big deal. So I'm very comfortable just intuitively having conversations with angels, archangels, intergalactic, spirit guides, higher selves, whomever, deceased people. Just it's all the same to me. It's just like a conversation. I go into my heart space, I set the intention, done. So very, very easy for me to just channel energy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
For me, to put it in words, I would say the greatest superpower that I would have it's just gonna have to be with energy. But I can utilize different types of energy like in an omni state, and that's like really when I really get into that zone, when I really get there. So just literally I could be talking to you, maybe healing, but at the same time I could be tuning my energy into a different dimension and doing stuff over there while doing something else and being completely grounded in all of that, or manipulating an energy, changing it, transforming it. It's like, I don't know, that's like my play store. So literally just connecting, like how he channels, I can just like connect with in that state, like channel certain energies within certain things and get certain reactions, elements, or even just literally just opening up different portals to different, that's like babies work to me. So it's just like I always constantly, and I'm extreme with it. Like I may not show it, but I'm pretty extreme with like my energy. Like I'll literally go to certain like spaces, and what I would do is I would like create where I would have like my energy being drained from me just to see like my resistance. Like I'm so serious. I test my resistance, and then I'll just like find different ways to get out of situations. I don't know. I'm just very extreme like that. So I just do that because I don't know. Energy is like, I don't know. You can take it so many places. I would say the development of multiple works of energy. There we go. That's
I agree. Like he's the energy guy for sure. I'm the intuitive guy. He's the energy guy.
Yeah.
So channeling and energy manipulation, that is amazing. That's an amazing duo. And I can see how you need a lot of confidence to channel, because it's not the easiest to know that you're channeling, or to just trust that you're channeling what you're channeling. So that's really awesome. That's really, really awesome.
Yeah. We work well together, yes. Yeah. And it's not that he can't channel, because he can. It's just not as what he wants to do. It's about interest. I like energy stuff, but that's his thing. He's the energy guy.
Yeah. Like I've channeled before, and I taught other people how to channel. It's kind of like, for me, I'm like, okay, yeah, I've been through that phase. But you know, what I do though is I use the technique or ability of channeling, but I'll use it in a different context with energy. So just as he would channel a guide, I may channel, let's just say, a different type of energy from a different type of place and run it through my body to do a specific type of thing.
Right. Yeah.
So yeah, the same thing, but like you said, different interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
So we got to ask you a question now, right?
Yeah.
You go this time.
I can't think of a question.
Ask us. I asked last time.
Okay. Well, okay.
You want me to ask?
Yeah, because I can't think. I mean, I have one, but I don't know how to formulate it right. So, okay. So, me and him been talking business. My thing is now I'm having to branch out, and there we go. I'm learning what I'm good at, the energy stuff, but it's getting the teams to do all of that other stuff. So I guess my question would be, that's why I feel like it's the same as yours. But
okay, that's what you're saying.
Like, I guess I want to say like, what advice?
Okay.
Or what? Okay, no. With your experience so far, there we go. I'm like, okay, with your experience so far, what would you say or give to someone who's trying to build a team as well?
Oh, okay. Yeah, great question. This is an
experience though, right?
I'm actually segueing into being more of a team player myself. So it's a very good question that you asked. Making the transition from being independent to really working with the team. I feel like first of all, I need way more experience first because I'm still just barely starting into this. But it's still a great question. Ultimately, it's really teamwork, and I'm gonna practice a lot more of what I'm saying because I don't do it enough. But honestly, the more there you can show up and be and talk to your team, align with the goals and the passion, so that you make sure they're all aligned with what we're all doing. That's going to provide the fuel. And it's actually great for people like you because you're already team players. You already are a partnership, which is like the prerequisite. So as long as you're able to like share that vision with the people you bring on, which I don't know why this is kind of intuitive to say. I feel like you two specifically would just attract your team. Like they're just going to come to you. So you wouldn't even really have to work too finicky to do so. But yeah, it's actually really fun. The more fun you can have with it, I hate to give cliche simple advice, but the more fun you can have with it, the better. And that fun is going to come with really keeping up to the members on your team and not treating them like employees you don't really see or talk to. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I was saying I can definitely like learn from this advice myself. But fuel the cogs to the wheel, add the passion, remind them why they joined the team, and check up on them and see where they're at, just so that this can engender the right amount of closeness to make it fun together. Because the great parts of being in the team is shooting off ideas and being able to grow, all those perks, So
yeah,
definitely a great question.
I totally have it, but later after you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. I think this was so this is my second question. So, or is it I think it's my second question. So my second question to y'all are, when you achieve this success, which trust me is going to be a lot sooner than you both expect, what is your vision? Like, what do you see? Basically, let's just assume you've reached your peak already. What does it look like? Where have you gone?
We kind of know this.
It's gonna be. I can answer it on my half, but you'll see how it comes to play. Because me and him have talked about this. At the heart of all of this is really sharing and having fun at the same time. So, speaking like right now, we're at our peak right now. It'll literally be what we're doing now, but with more quality and because me and him are big on quality. So, but it'll be with quality. It'll be with traveling because me and him both like to travel. So it's what we like to do. We're having fun while we're doing this, but it ultimately goes back to sharing because me and him saying we see ourselves talking like on stage with people and just having casual conversations, making fun of each other at the same time on stage. But at the heart of it, it really is going back to sharing because we love to help people in our own unique ways. And that's really what it's all about. And that's really why we even created the podcast, is just to give back. So honestly, it's just the traveling and doing funny, crazy stuff and pranking Darius along the way. So that's what I see at the peak of this.
Yeah, just honestly doing what we're doing now, but on a bigger scale, like going across seas. We want to travel. We would love to like go like on a tour, if you will, on different parts of the continents, and just to speak about spiritual matters to those who don't have the internet, to those who don't have the access to our website or to the websites of other spiritualists. Because there's people who are innately spiritual, but they don't know how to connect because they don't have the guidance to do so, because someone in their immediate surroundings can't provide the kind of information, but we can. So we just want to do what we're doing now to a broader scale, Yeah.
And just meet amazing people like you along the way. Literally, just talk to some cool people because it's about the experience.
Just have casual conversations about spiritual stuff, because that's where the magic happens, in the casual conversation. Without trying to make it this big thing, it becomes
pretty much.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. That's what's up. Someone said you should hold retreats. I would go to that if y'all feel retreats.
Hold retreats. Yes, we should. I didn't think of that. A retreat is like, so you like we could like have a thing. So we go to Miami and say, oh, we're doing this live thing. You come out and whatnot for the weekend, like that, basically. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it'd be definitely nice. It'd be out in nature. Like day one would be like nature day. Day two would be like inside or something. Yeah, that'd be nice.
See, you got him started.
Yeah,
so
I can write that down.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be doing that next month or something.
I've never been to Miami yet, so now I have a great reason to go.
Yes.
Yeah,
Miami's good.
if you're ever down in Florida, like, let us know. Literally.
Oh, cool, that's what's up.
True. Yes.
Yeah, we can show you some places around there. He stayed in Miami, so
yeah, I lived 2 years in Miami.
yeah. So you definitely have some cool guys to show you around while you're down. So yeah.
Nice. That's what's good. That's what's good. All right. I think y'all have one more question.
Yes.
And then we'll get to
So you said one question or what?
Well, what are you gonna ask?
Okay.
You go.
So we just had a lunar eclipse, and I for one noticed a huge a very big different shift in my life, in my perspective. Have you noticed the same in yours?
the eclipse.
Yes. Like, have you noticed a different perspective that you're living with now?
Okay. Because the South Node is in Leo and my chart, so this eclipse is like activating my destiny. I've noticed a profound shift. It's the type of shift that's occurred with the precession of time. So it's really just more so a shift that kind of cumulatively stacked on itself. People born like 89, 90 will really feel this, but this eclipse is really got me deeper into like my self-esteem because it's in Leo too. I'm having to really like revolutionize my courage and my attitude. So I'm really dealing with a lot of old childhood, high school issues that really tested my courage, and really having to rewrite self-talk and say, you know, back to when I would think that I'm a loser or a nerd because I watched this or because I did this. I'm really having to go hard at it. So the shift is just really preparing me for my Saturn return, and you know, how do I really claim that confidence moving forward as a young adult, and as a Gemini, this is kind of like kicking me out of Neverland and having me really grow up. But yeah, I really do. I'm glad you asked, because it really ties into a lot to how Thaddeus was saying. You're very confident, Darius, because I've really been noticing confidence and courage are main keys for me to get through this eclipse shift, and just really breaking through. I really feel like this shift is like you've spent the first 27 years of your life learning, you know, what the world has taught you. This is kind of what you built up. Are you ready though for this real adventure? Are you ready to really walk this path? And once again, I'm really glad you asked that, because yeah, I could definitely. It's weird. Like I don't know how I can tell, but I can definitely sense both of you. I feel like just because we're having this podcast, there's energy that you're kind of activating and blessing all of us with. So us watching this and us interacting. So I thank you in advance. That's very awesome. But,
yeah. Thank you. You're welcome, and thank you. Sorry, I forgot to say you're welcome and thank you.
But yeah, great question though. I wish I could answer it even better, because there definitely has been a shift. I'm just taking this a lot more serious. Like, in fact, it ties in a lot well to a card you drew with the 3 of Wands and the Lover's card reversed. That kind of woke me up, because I did kind of lose some sort of passion. And you really mentioned about blowing up and stuff like that. And that's something that's like really like at the doorway coming. So it's kind of, universe kind of woke me up like, yeah, you got to take this a lot more serious, because, you know, things will accelerate and move. But my final question for both of you, I always like to put people on the hot seat. What are your 3 favorite zodiac signs and the 3 most challenging zodiac signs?
Okay, my favorite are Gemini, Sagittarius, and Cancer. Yes, those 3 are my favorite. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
My least favorite, probably Capricorn, Scorpio, and what else? Okay, I kind of want to say Aries, but I don't. I'm not going to say Aries. I'm going to say Aries. I'll say Taurus. Yeah, they don't do anything. Let's go with that. What do they do? They don't do anything. They don't do anything. Do something.
They eat a lot of food. They like to eat.
Yeah, that's true. They eat a lot of food, but like, what do you do?
Wow.
That's the truth.
Wow. All right then. Okay. All right. Well, dang. All right. I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
I will tell my twin that. But okay. My favorite would definitely be Pisces. It would be Sagittariuses. I do get along with Sagittariuses. And I'm gonna actually probably go with Capricorn because they're just, I don't know, they're just pretty funny to me. But my least, what happened?
Capricorns have like a little dry sometimes. I feel you though.
I mean, they do, but I know how to work with them. I've learned how to work with a bunch of different signs. So really, they have like this whole work ethic thing. So I'm like, okay, I know how to talk to you, but you got this. I know you got a weird side, so I kind of go to the weird side, and I don't know, it balances it out. But my least favorite, I'm sorry, buddy, but Geminis. It's just I'm working on that with Gemini. I learned I love you guys when you are older and mature. That way I get along with you guys.
Yeah.
But when you're my age or younger, I was just like, oh, these Gemini. Oh, okay, stay over there. Let me see. Another least favorite.
I wish I could be subtle, but from personal experience, I have a Capricorn moon, so the Capricorn part of me like empathizes with it. We can really share.
It's just, I don't know. You guys, I'm learning from you guys. Gosh, another least favorite. It is definitely Gemini. I'm still kind of go with Leo. No, Leos, I know how y'all work. As long as y'all get attention, y'all fine. I'm gonna kind of go with Aquariuses a little bit because I just don't really know with them. And gosh, and I'm trying to think of the least. Is there's one that like they tell me and I'm just like, yeah, nah, okay, you cool. I think that'd
be it.
I don't think I got a third one.
Did you?
First
one's Gemini.
First one's Gemini, then maybe an Aquarius, but the rest are kind of I guess I get along with. But I can't say I dislike this one, but Cancers, at first I thought I wouldn't like them, but I do. But the Cancer males, I don't understand them. I don't. I would think they would be emotional, but I don't know. They're like Scorpios to me. They're the random card. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you say something very important because Cancer men are not that emotional. Cancer men are only emotional once they're like pillow talking with their women friends, which I realize. But you're so right. Like Cancer men are, they're really hard to read. They really are like Scorpio. Like you nailed that. That's very true.
Yeah. So I can't say I dislike them because I don't really know where I stand with them. But so far they're okay. But I guess that would be my only two. I don't think I have a third one. Yeah. That's it for me.
All right, that was awesome. So
what about yours though? Yeah, you can't get off.
Damn.
What about yours?
God damn it. All right. It's crazy because it literally changes like every month.
Yes, I feel you.
Yeah. I've gained such a love. I used to be the astrologer, I think like as far as a year or so. I was like, I love all the signs because I really came to understand about how they're all amazing. But no, now I'm starting to hate some, so it's amazing. Like the ones I love, but it's all good. So the top three now. Sagittarius sometimes makes it in there. It depends if I'm like pissed off at Sag or not. Yeah, we'll say Sagittarius sometimes. Leo, I have to put on that spot. Leo has been like showing up and showing out, and I just kind of remember, damn, Leo really do got it. And then Libra used to be there. Libra is on timeout, so Libra's not top tier right now.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Leo for sure. I'm tempted to put Aries because Aries is mad raw, but I'm gonna say damn, this is crazy. This is crazy because I actually have more people on the shit list than the love list, and it used to be the other way around. Like I don't know what happened. I'm gonna say Sagittarius. I'm gonna say Leo. Oh, and I don't want to be biased and say Gemini, so I'll say
just say it.
I
Just
want
it's okay. It's okay. You can do it. No rules. You can do it.
All right, I'm gonna say Aries. I'm just gonna say fire. I'm gonna say the fire right now. Fire is kind of it, but I do like air. I would have said Aquarius, and like this is honestly why I don't like doing this because I'm just so indecisive. To be honest, like I'm taking too much time. But now for the three most challenging. Oh my god, like I love these signs that I'm about to say, but still, like we need to work something out. So definitely, Scorpio. And I don't necessarily hate Scorpio. Scorpio's on my shit list because I just realized they're way more psychic than I thought. Like these motherfuckers are like masterminds, like
scary. You don't want to talk to them because they know you before you yourself. It's like back up. I want to know me first. Yes, I agree. Yeah.
No. So and the reason why I used to love that about Scorpio too. That's why it's kind of weird. Like that was the reason why I love Scorpio. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are super psychic. Now I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are fucking super psychic. Like, you know how to do this shit. And this is actually why I would have put Virgo there. But Virgo has a conscience, so I can't put Virgo. Virgo's not like OD evil and shit. So it is what it is. But when they want to be, okay. But they're kind of
when we want to be, it's a whole different ballgame. Yeah.
Oh god. So I would have put Aries here too because Aries is just mad cool until they're not mad cool, and then it's just like, oh my god. Instead, I'm gonna have to put Capricorn because I love Capricorn's work ethic. I hope I marry a Capricorn woman, like it's like that. But sometimes it's just like, sometimes I wonder, do I like them for the wrong reasons? Like. Capricorn is like Scorpio on steroids. So it's just like, fuck, you can't. The reason why I have a challenge with them is because I'm their natural adversary. So Scorpio and Capricorn hate me for reasonable reasons. Like I make it easy for them to. So it's this stuff I'm trying bullshit with everyone else. I can't do it to them. I can do it to Sagittarius. Sagittarius knows I'm on some BS, but they'll still play with me. Capricorn is just now obsessed with like, controlling me and putting me in my place because it's like, you need to grow up, Gemini. You know what I mean? Capricorn's like, screw the system, blah, blah, blah. And then say some erroneous conspiracy theory to make them roll their eyes. I love it. But the one who I hate most right now is Pisces. Pisces, how dare you? I don't really hate Pisces, but I hate Pisces. I stay trolling Pisces. Because Pisces is just like Scorpio. Pisces is just like extra magical. And before, these were my three favorites. And then I realized, oh, hell no. Like, y'all are just like super spiritual. And you're just out here trolling people. Like, acting like, it's exactly just like Darius said. Like, they already know you before you walk up. But then Pisces will act like they don't know. Like, they did not just astral project.
That's true. Scorpio is that his Pisces play dumb. Very true. Very true.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Pisces. Okay, this is why I put Pisces number on the shit list. Pisces will play dumb so much. You'll be looking for like your phone, and you spent the whole day looking for your phone. But Pisces could have just remote viewed it. Like you finally find it. They're like, oh yeah, I knew it was there the whole time. I just didn't want to tell you. Like, oh.
I mean, but Pisces are easy to work with. You just have to know. You have to know their weakness, and they're just like putting in your hands, bro. I mean, once you know that, I have a certain Pisces, like I can get away with it, like crazy stuff, and she will try to kill me. But if I have like white chocolate chip cookies, I'm fine. Fine. She'll help me. She's like, you know what? I want to kill you, but because of this, what do you want? So it works out. You just got to know that weakness in there. But they do play dumb. They play mad dumb. And I have been on both sides of the fence with them. Like, I was just like, I talked to my one sister. She's like, I'm just gonna play dumb, pretend like I don't know this for like a month. And I'm like, but you know this already. She's like, yeah, but I want to see what he does. And she just go paint her nails. I'm like, all right, I know now.
In the world, it is what it is. But thanks for putting me on the spot.
Had to.
So yeah, we're gonna me and Darius are gonna pull some cards right now to So what we'll kind of do here is we'll kind of take turns drawing for each sign. We'll draw a card and then we'll take turns going first too. So I'll go first and then you'll draw and then you can add on to my interpretation. And then for Taurus, you'll pull it first and then I'll add on to your interpretation. And we'll just go back and forth. And then, yeah, so for Aries,
interesting.
Yes, and I do like caps because of that. And then after we do it for the signs, if you don't mind, we'll take a few questions from the live chat and you can probably like pull some tarot or answer questions for both of you. All right, so Aries, the card that we have for you is the Chariot card. So this is definitely speaking to victory and swagger, especially if you're in any competitive settings. Go for number one and don't let anyone stop you because you definitely got it like that. You got the power.
I agree with that. And it's funny you say the Chariot because I got the Prince of Pentacles. And for me, it's a matter of success is there. You just have to initiate the action. You're holding back. The success over there, you're right here. Act on it. Do something now. I agree with that. Yes.
Awesome. Nice. That's what we do. All right. So, Taurus.
We're doing for all the signs you said, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
I'm loving this.
Yes.
I'm loving this.
Am I going first now?
Yeah. We'll take turns going.
Queen of Swords. You have all the answers you need, but are you acting on these answers or are you just kind of relaxing? Like you're going to this place to get the answers. You have the answers. What are you doing now? I feel like the same thing with Aries. You're not actually acting. You have the answers. Act on them.
Oh, that's and it's very interesting because to accent that we have the Wheel of Fortune. So you have the answers, women act on them and know that you acting on them is aligned with your highest will and your luck is changing due to how willing you are to express these ideas. So knowing that luck is on your side, you can push your luck and, try and take bigger risks. You will have the intellect to pull it off. Oh, snap. Okay, cool. Gemini. All right. Brown Burrito, we're done dragging Taurus. We only dragged Taurus that one time, but it's all good. Gemini, we have the Page of Cups, so it looks like you cannot escape this theme of love. I know some of you want to be emotionless robots, but you're going to have to open your heart, buddy. So yeah, Page of Cups, new romantic opportunities. I kind of also see this for some of you as like a intuitive spark that will increase your psychic ability too.
I got the Chariot reversed. There's already success in what you okay. So the Chariot, as you mentioned, are bright success. Reversed is you aren't seeing the success. You aren't like the success is there, but you are noticing the lack of success. It might not be the success you want to be there. It might not be the success that will be there, but it is success, and you're being called to focus on that success because more of that success we brought to your experience after you focus on it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy, that's for you. So you're good because you mentioned a lack of confidence. I'm like, what? Because I've been following you for years, dude. And I'm just seeing the constant growth, especially in these newer videos. They're kind of like trendy kind of videos, like on the phone with the Leo, or like when the Leo and the Sag get together. That's very creative and very like unique. So you are successful. I will continue to focus on that success. You're good. Trust, because I've been following you for quite some time. So I know like I've seen you grow and see this confidence come out continuously. Nothing to worry about.
Awesome, man. That's what's up.
Cancer, I got Two of Wands reversed. So Cancer, you want this, but you're nowhere to be found in the path of that. It's like you're just like, it's not even like you're daydreaming about it. It's just you aren't doing, you aren't acting, you aren't focusing on it, you aren't living in it. You're just existing in the physical, but you aren't doing anything spiritually to get to that point. It's kind of like a part of you knows he wants it, but the other part isn't focusing on it, and you're living that other part as opposed to acting on the part you want to experience. Everyone seems to be not acting. That's what keeps coming up. Everyone's not acting. They're not doing what they should be doing to get to that point. Interesting enough.
Yeah, and wow, that was very wonderfully said. First of all, I'm amazed at the way you read. This is awesome. Like I see what Thaddeus is talking about. You just like channel this instantly. And like, yeah, I like that you incorporate reverse cards. I might have to start bringing that back because it really tells the deeper story too.
It does.
It's definitely worth it. So to add on to that, you know, just like he said, with the Five of Cups, you're still worrying about the past, and it's not worrying about the past. You're having to emotionally adjust cancer. There's a lot of people who really trampled on your feelings, and you can't really control that. So the better you let go, and well, it's not letting go, the better you emotionally adjust and just kind of really accept that that's over for you, then you'll be able to turn that Two of Wands upside down. All right. So Leo, for you.
Oh, don't hold back, please. Please don't hold back.
Wow, how ironic. I have the Two of Wands upright. So this is kind of speaking of you kind of aligning your goals and seeing eye to eye with the right people. But I like the Two of Wands because it's before the Three of Wands, after the Ace of Wands. So you have the world in your hands and you're mapping out your vision. And actually, Leo, this is important for you because you might be trying to focus on one thing, and the Two of Wands is saying that you can't limit yourself to just one opportunity because all of them are about to work cohesively for you. You're the one who's like in the power.
Yes, as a Leo, I completely agree because I'm mapping out everything. But what comes to mind for this card, Prince of Cups reversed, is that I'm not happy with the things I'm mapping out. Like I'm mapping them out, but I want the result of what I'm mapping out. So it's kind of like adding on to what you were saying, but it's just that I need to understand that these ideas that I'm mapping out, that's part of the journey. That's part of the process. And that's okay to have these ideas, to have these great things. That's awesome. But it's important for Leos, me included, to be appreciative of the now and appreciate the process of mapping out first.
Nice.
On to the Virgos.
Happy birthday, Virgos.
Yeah, that's right.
It is Virgo season.
Yeah, most important season of the year.
Please.
The realest season.
I mean, it's half my season. I mean, I'm both, so you know, it's whatever. It's whatever.
Two of Cups. Two of Cups. This is kind of like a tangent from what we were discussing before. Everyone else wasn't acting. Everyone else they weren't trying to fulfill the dreams. To Two of Cups, it's almost as if your dreams are right in front of you, but in the form of someone else. It's as if you're seeing someone like almost a partnership of some sort. It's like they have the things you want, and you're witnessing that, and you're starting to approach that. So kudos to the Virgos because you're actually making progress towards doing that. But it's for you, it's coming in the form of someone else. Someone else is being brought into your life as a result of this. Interesting. Very interesting.
Thanks for being in my life.
Yeah, nice.
Thanks for being in my life.
It.
Appreciate you.
Even more interesting with the Seven of Swords, because I got the Chariot low-key with this is actually talking about you having to be unorthodox and a bit secretive with how you form this connection. Because some of you Virgos may be in a position where maybe this individual is wrapped up in another relationship or they're dealing with certain things, and you just can't, the more you can keep this connection under wraps, the better. The reason is going to be familiar reason. Some of you it's because other people would gossip about what you're doing. Some of you it's because you both have ideas that other people would steal if you open up about. So Seven of Swords is just saying things aren't as they seem and to not share all of your ideas. But yeah, it's a very strategic card. So I kind of see this as you and that partner being strategic in a certain way. Okay. Libra, the Archangels. Let's see.
Do I go first now? Or
I'll go first, yeah. this is a 10 of Wands Libra. And I'm not surprised. Definitely don't get caught procrastinating, because this is your success. This is Saturn and Sagittarius, but you have to keep up with the work that's going to pile up on you, because the harder you can get it done, the better. But if you let it build up, it's going to literally overwhelm you.
And I agree. And I actually got two cards. They actually popped out. I got the 10 of Wands as well, but I got it reversed, and then I got the 3 of Swords reversed. So the 10 of Wands, like you said, don't let the work piled up. But this reverse card lets me know that the work is being created by yourself. So if you don't want it to pile up, don't do all of it. Only do step 1, 2, and 3. Why do you have to do all the steps? You don't have to do all the things, because that's where this card comes into play. Because you are the ruler of your own work. You can create what you want to create. So only do the things you want to do now. And as you continue to do the things, eventually this list of to-dos will eventually go away. You'll eventually get through the things you have to do. Just do them on your kind of on your time, when you want to do it, what works for you. But don't let it pile up. Just do it slowly but surely. Knock them off slowly but surely.
Wow, you guys are awesome. No, I legit felt that for like myself, like what he was saying and then what you were saying. Like I felt that like my heart space was like you paying attention, and I was like, that makes sense. You guys are awesome. Continue though.
Scorpio, 5 of Pentacles upright. You are not wanting to do the work you have to do. You know, because you're psychic as fuck, you know you have to do the work. You know you have to do all the things you're not wanting to do, but you don't want to do them. Why not? That's the real work. Figuring out why you don't want to do it. What's blocking you from doing the work? That's the real thing. Nice. I like this card. Love that.
Real. And then also, very great card. We also have a 2 of Swords. So you're not doing the work you want to do, and you're a bit closed off. But this represents mental issues that you need to release as you initiate into a greater perspective. So you may be blocked off from taking action because you're conflicted about what to decide with, and you want to really shut down what you feel about it and just kind of let the logic of the situation come up and decide based off that for now. I don't know if that'll motivate you still, but it's important. I think you just really need to experience this before something pops up so that you can kind of gain a greater perspective. But just like Darius said, you know what you need to do. So once you get through that indecision, it's just I don't see you getting through that indecision, Scorpio. You're just too stubborn. So I don't know. I think Jupiter's gonna have to come into your side and just shake stuff up. So we'll see. But you'll be good regardless. You're Scorpio. So. Sagittarius
behind that right there. Just mess with you.
Oh god, Sagittarius. The card I have for you is the Empress. So you about to get pregnant? No, I'm joking. Sagittarius. Matt Sagittarius is like, I knew I should have used the card. But yeah, this is definitely your harvest growing, but oh god, what was I getting here right now? Okay, wow. So this is actually speaking of like the divine feminine principle for a lot of you, and regardless of if you're a man or a woman, you really want to anchor this down and maybe let's say whatever female deity or whatever female power that you embrace with. She's calling you Sagittarius. She wants to like beautify your steps in a certain way with the principle of Venus. So because Saturn is weighing you down with that harsh masculinity, draw on these divine feminine vibes because they'll kind of make things a lot more, they'll show you more beauty in your environment, but they'll tap you back into the soothing calmness that you've kind of lost because you've been so goddamn busy and just stressed out.
Yeah, I agree. I got the 4 of Cups upright. And earlier I said Aries is wanting to act, but they aren't acting. Sagittarius isn't wanting to act, and they're like, whatever, fuck it. They're chilling. They know there's work to be done, but they aren't doing the work, and they don't care. I mean, I don't know that's a bad thing, but like, do something. Don't just do anything. You're like at peace with nothing right now. Sagittarius.
Sounds like Sagittarius.
So, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Ooh. Work. 6 of Swords for the Capricorn. Great progress. You guys are on the path. You're at peace with the path. You The path is there. You're aware of the path. You're making progress. You go home. You sleep at night. You're content with your day. Just a very run-of-the-mill kind of card. Makes sense for Capricorn. Like you're on the path. You're doing it. Keep going.
This is amazing too, Capricorn, because you're sailing forward towards the Ace of Cups. And another deck, the Ace of Cups, is like moving towards here, and then the boat is moving here. So this positive future, Capricorn, that you're sailing towards is headed towards a new love. It's headed towards a revitalized expression of the quality of your heart, and you're going to experience greater divine support through this. And you know what, Capricorn? I take it back. You're not on my shit list. I'm going to take you out, Capricorn, and I'm going to put Libra there. Because I love Libra, but Libra knows that I'm not cool. I'm like the embarrassing little brother that you can't take out. So Libra's just like, I'm going to be cool with the Gemini. But when we're around the other cool people, act like I don't know Gemini. So it is what it is. So I have a bone to pick for Libra for that reason. It's all good. I still love you, Libra. I still think you're all right. But yeah, it's all good. You wish you were Virgo. All right, so Aquarius, the card that I have for you. All right, style and profiling. It is what it is. Aquarius, we have judgment. Okay, so judgment is talking about an awakening. But because you're an Aquarius, you're the one with the trumpet, Aquarius, and you will be pulling people's cards. So you really need to be very careful about what you say, because the way you react to situations, or the way you react to situations and the way you allow yourself to kind of express your truth, it's going to jar people. To you, it'll be like, yeah, it's just the truth. To them, it'll be like, my whole life is just completely like, well, what the fuck? So just be very mindful of that.
I got the Two of Pentacles upright, and you say they jar people, but once they jar people, they don't give a damn. They don't care. They don't care at all. They're not caring. Like, oh, fuck it. I did that. I was pissed. I'm over it. If you aren't over it, that's your business. But now it's like he said, you're wanting to just not do that at all, not jar people, not get to the space of affecting someone's vibration, because that vibration will build with time, and you don't want that to occur.
Okay.
And for Pisces, I also got a Six of Swords, but it's different for the Pisces, because for Capricorn, it was, okay, the Capricorn's on the path, they're steady. For Pisces, they're on a path, they don't know what path or why they're there. Pisces like, ooh, cool, I'm on a path. I don't know where the boat is going, but I'm down. Let's do it anyway. Woo! What path are you trying to create? What are you doing? What are you doing? Ask yourself, what are you doing? And go from there. Right now, you don't know what you're doing. You have no idea.
Damn.
Oh my God. Pisces never knows what they're doing, because Pisces doesn't have to do anything. Like, things will just magically happen for them. So it's just like, I'm so jealous. Like, I don't understand. And we got your card, the Knight of Cups, Pisces. So you can really just be yourself in another dimension like you always are. You'll get away with everything like you always do. And you won't really have to be as responsible, like, say, your other zodiac sign counterparts. But just know the seductive quality of how you express your feelings will, of course, work all the magic in the world that's needed. It's going to get people in and out their feelings. Like, some people in their feelings, some people out their feelings, because you just know the right thing to say at the right time to draw people or to uplift people. It is what it is. So yes, we are now opening up for Q&A really quick. Just for a little bit, we have the live chat open, so you can feel free to ask any questions to Darius and Thaddeus, and they'll answer away. I think this is maybe one of the first Q&As I've done on the Peace and Talk too, if I didn't do it with Amber. So very honored. This is really cool. And yeah, let's see if we get any
questions. Anything.
Yeah, ask away.
Let's see. I have a question for y'all.
You have a question? All right.
Okay.
Am I gonna be famous and find love and have a dog and a happy family? No, I'm just joking. No, we got questions though. 11 Amway says, how do I find superpowers? Oh, and Peter Rose says, do y'all believe in the age of Aquarius?
How do I find my superpowers? So my thing, I have like a 3-step process for intuition. So what I like to do when I get I do the same thing for my readings. I do the same thing when I'm pulling cards. I imagine in my chest a white ball of energy. I spin that ball and I go inside the ball. And in that ball, I will receive answers. I will receive guidance. If I want to talk to Michael Jackson, he'll be in that ball. If I want to talk to my deceased grandmother, my deceased great-grandmother, she'll be there. I do that for everything. So what you can do is set that intention, go into that space, and you'll get the answer like that. You can do that for anything if you want. That's how I do my readings. That's how I've always done them. That's how it works for me. I get a very expansive view when I go into my heart space. And if you are aligned, your heart space will connect you with the third eye.
You said you have a ball spinning in your chest?
Like a white ball here, and I literally go into this space and I'll see things. Now I'll contact someone's higher self or someone's source self or whatever the case may be, but I always go to my heart space.
That's awesome. Let me see. Do y'all see the questions?
Yeah. I think someone asked, how old are we?
Yes.
Darius is 26 and I am 24.
Someone asked, any ancestors for me?
Okay. I mean, well, we all have ancestors. So it's just a matter of you connecting with them. I would say, if you wanted to connect with your ancestors, the first thing is you need to be open with doing that. Like, you have to be open, and also if there's any fear of them popping up or whatever, you're gonna have to remove that. But also figuring out how they communicate with you. But definitely so. We all have them.
And Heather Red Babe asks, what will happen between me and my Libra? And I'm seeing you like, I don't know why, but I'm seeing you like with a pen and paper, and in the corner of your eye, you're seeing this Libra with very dark looks. And as you write on this pen and paper, it's kind of like your way of like, oh, I can't stand this guy. How dare he do this to me? Blah, 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 blah. But what I'm also getting for you is that you're looking for fulfillment through this person. It's almost as if this person is what you want your life to be, but he isn't. Like, it's almost like, how do I say this? Like, you aren't fulfilled within yourself. And if he isn't there, you aren't there. Why? Why, Heather Red? Why is that occurring, you think? What is it about this fulfillment or this attention that he provides you that gives you this unleashing of joy that you can't have by yourself? Think of that, Heather Ed. What else? So do you think someone asked, what was a good question? I think someone asked, do I have a portal in my heart chakra? Well, I don't think I know every chakra is a portal for different dimensions. Every single chakra is a different portal. And the heart space chakra, for me, connects to source energy. It is who we, because at the core of who we are, we're source energy. We're always connected to love. We're always connected to divine love and divine energy. And that exists within our heart space. And when you go into the heart space, it's like you're already in heaven, if you will. It's like your own personal heaven that you carry on with you every single day. So it is indeed a portal that you can tap into at any point in time like that. I have these meetup groups I do with people, and these people have never given intuitive readings. I tell them to go into their heart space, and they get answers just like that. It's very simple. Do it now. Go for it. Truly.
And just to reiterate, so that's literally feeling your heart and just going in there presently and feeling that, and just feeling it open up.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Wow.
Okay. What would you say about an ache at the heart chakra? Not a heart attack, but like, is it a spiritual ache? If it's a spiritual ache, it's a lack of alignment with love. So you basically aren't loving yourself enough, or you're judging others for something they did and you aren't showing them love. When in reality, I know it's cliche and really corny if you think about it, but you should love everyone you come in contact with. You might not love all of them, but focus on the parts you want to love, and focus on the energy of that person that you do like, because that can then be brought into love. So what you're feeling is judgment, and like it's, I don't want to say insecurity, but just like a lack of seeing someone at the core level. See everyone at the core.
Wow, that's profound.
My sun and moon are opposite my husband's sun and moon. How can we make decisions? By listening to each other. Both of you are like saying, this is my point of view, this is my point of view. Listen to the opposite's point of view and why they have that point of view. And within that explanation of why they have it, you'll find it resonates with you on an emotional level. because the sun is the ego and the moon is the emotion. So for his emotions to be where your ego is, it's essentially you. It's, how do I put this? Like you're existing how he would feel. Like the way you act is how he would, how he feels. So he's picking up on that. But because you guys are throwing it out there, you're only focusing on what you want to hear yourself. You're only focusing on your point of view as opposed to listening to your partner's point of view. So I would just listen to them, truly. What else? This is fun. This is like the funnest part of the entire.
Answering the questions.
Yeah, it is very fun because you're like, because I can't possibly think of these questions myself, so it's awesome. 11 hey, any career tips for me? What steps do I need to take? Dreams. Well, first, I start to get a job you actually like. I'm seeing you holding books. I'm seeing you in a classroom, but why are you there? What are you doing in this classroom? Why are you in this class? What are you getting from this class? Do you just take this class because it's something to do? Start with your heart. Start with the heart space. That's why I always go to the heart, because the heart is the core of everything. What we love to do, what we like to do, and how to get to that point comes from this space. So don't just go to school because you have to go there because you know you want to do it.
I like this one from, what was it? Supreme's Q. Is you ask, should I really go for entrepreneurship? What chakras do I heal for this? My thing is, I'm totally all about entrepreneurship. You should totally jump in it. You have more control. The biggest chakras would definitely be, well, all of them, but main ones would not really, it's really all of them, but make sure if you need to heal your solar plexus, yes, for sure. You're going to really need like that. The main one. Yes. That's your main thing. Yeah. Your heart for sure, because your heart has to be in it. I'm going to just say all of them. You're really going to need all of them. So whichever ones need help, because you need your third eye for vision. You need also your crown to get the ideas. You need your throat to speak what you want, to communicate effortlessly. You want your emotions in check. And also you're going to want that root in check, because you want your survival stuff. So really all of them for that, and give some attention. And
Supreme Q's, should I really? Oh, no, sorry, someone else. Shannon Southard. Do any of you guys have children? If so, what are their ages and are their weight? We have no children. I'm 26, she's 24, about to be 25, no kids.
But to throw this in there, this is gonna be kind of funny. Because everybody who knows me knows this. I don't have my kids yet, but I am aware that I am going to have a son and a daughter, and I've already met them, I guess, their souls, and talk with them and know how they are. Darius even helped me with them at one point. So I know who they are and I've experienced them. My daughter is very funny. It's funny, but my daughter contacted me and she was 22.
Damn.
Later on down the line, but she was contacting me to test things.
Time traveling.
Huh?
She time traveling already.
Yeah, she's already doing stuff. And she challenges me. She's like, really? Like she thought I was, I guess, weaker or whatever. So she wanted to challenge me, but not yet. But 2 for sure, yes. And they're quite entertaining. But awesome. Yes. No, not yet. Not yet. But soon.
Jackery Mack asks, any tips on channeling and meditation? For you, Jackery, it's a matter of getting away from traditional ideas of meditation. Oh, yeah. I meditate the Family Guy. Like I will blast Family Guy. I lie my bed and I just listen to it. I don't have any opinions on it. I don't like get into the episode. I just listen to it, and I'll feel this numbness that'll come across my body, and I'll forget that I'm in the room. It's like a very transcendent kind of experience. So just getting rid of, especially for you, getting rid of this idea of guided meditations and things having to be very traditional. It doesn't have to be traditional at all.
That
yeah,
was
just what were you gonna say, buddy?
No, that's the greatest answer I've ever heard. Like meditating to Family Guy. I've been hung up on traditional methods of meditation, so that was everything for me. Like, thank you.
Yeah, and
truly, it doesn't need to be traditional at all.
Really, it doesn't. A good book for channeling, if some guys need to check up on that, a good book that helped me earlier in my stages was How to Connect with Your Spirit Guides by Sanaya Roman and Michael. And I believe their guides are Oren and Dabin. It's a pink book. Check it out. It's really good. And you can actually feel the energy from their guides from the book. And then like they both said, definitely just hang up on the whole traditional meditation, because if you have to do it like a chore and be a certain way, it's not gonna work.
Family Guy's my favorite show, so I don't feel like I'm meditating. I feel like I'm just like listening to people talk shit, honestly.
Right.
Because that's what they do in Family Guy. They just talk shit.
Right.
And
it's heavenly.
Truly.
Yeah.
Beautiful Miss Young asks, my daughter just started college. What's my next step? Your next step is to let her live her life and for you to kind of challenge your own path. Because I'm seeing you like hardcore focus on her, but not necessarily on yourself. So what is your next step? You tell me, what do you want to do next?
Mm-hmm.
What else? Let's see.
I'm meditating in my swimming pool. Yep.
Nice.
There you go. Yeah. Honestly, and this is the funny thing too. This is going to sound very weird, but you can meditate while you're at work or dealing with that person you don't want to deal with. You can be they can be talking to you and you're like, oh, let me go in my center and actually focus on my dreams for a bit while you're in the middle of conversation. You can totally meditate and do those funny things. But really, what were you about to say?
Beautiful Miss Young says she doesn't know what she wants to do. And I'm seeing her with like a, what's they call it when you graduate, the little cap and gown thing?
Yeah.
I'm seeing you in that. So you're going back to school for something? What is it that you want? Like, why is your child going to school such a big deal for you? Because at the core of that is something that you need to like learn and grow from, but also act on. But I'm seeing you graduating from something. And I'm seeing you like very proud of that graduation. So what is it that you're wanting to graduate in? What are you going to school for? What are you wanting to go to school for that you aren't going to school for yet? Look into that.
And for Tina Rathbone, oh, I'm so glad you brought that question up. Your question was, will I ever get out of this dark slump? And this may sound very weird, but I do it all the time. You really need to dive in there, because if you're in this slump and it's going on for so long, one, it's a very good thing because there's something trying to get your attention and something that's trying to help you. But I don't know if you're avoiding it. Okay, now it's showing me. Okay, cool. What I'm seeing is like you're kind of wandering around, but it's like you have this weight I'm seeing around you. But if you would kind of just go to that weight and actually look at it for what it is, there's some information there. It's kind of like if someone says, oh, you need to go find the safe in the dark room with no light, but you know how to access the safe. If you just face it and get the information you need, you will completely come out of that slump like in seconds. So you just have to face it, figure out what it is, and don't be afraid.
But something else you can do that you can do right now is open the window and go outside while the window's open, because that natural energy of nature will just kind of cleanse everything, just in a way that you could have done yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, I hate to interrupt, but I'm gonna cut the Q&A off right now. The last question I have for y'all is, how can people reach you if they want reading? You guys are clearly gifted, so I totally recommend. I'm gonna get a reading from both of y'all actually pretty soon too. So
nice.
If people want to reach you, I have the link to your website below, but where else can they, and what do you offer specifically?
So for my intuitive readings, you go to intuitivechannelsareus.com. And what I offer is 30-minute sessions on Skype, and you can ask whatever questions you like. And I also teach others to give intuitive readings. That's my passion, truly. I teach others to do what I do because it's so easy. And how I learned to do it, I just want people to know how easy it is. So you can go to that for my readings, and my YouTube channel is also by the same name, Intuitive Channels Are Us, where I just do channeling dead guys. I do celebrity intuitive readings and other things of that nature. But yeah.
I mean, me personally, they can reach me on either my Instagram, Dynamic Spiritual Healings, or my website, dynamicspiritualhealings.com. They can reach me on there. I'm going to start doing YouTube channels. Darius does more, again, of the readings and stuff. Mine is more on like the healings and energy. But if you are aware that something's blocking your energy, you can totally just contact me or whatnot, and we can negotiate things and whatever. And it can be something simple. My prices are on there, but when it comes to stuff like energy work, in this degree, my prices, they won't go no higher than what I have it on there. Because sometimes I'm very, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm very workable. I don't know, work with you, because like if you have an energy blockage and it only require you to know one thing, I am not going to be one of those people that charge you like $100+. Like, no, you're fine. That's like $10 worth, not even. But yeah, you can reach me on any one of those. I respond on those. So yeah, just ask me some questions. Yeah.
Awesome. And Scary's Wide World of Mystery asks, how can we get a healing? You just answered that, so I just want to get it. So regardless, Libra, I'm tripping. I don't hate you. I'm just a hater. I gotta work on that. It is what it is. Thank y'all so much again, Darius and Thaddeus. Awesome call. Awesome call. We're gonna have to have you come back on the channel sometime for some special video. But other than that,
yeah, totally down.
y'all stay blessed. And until next time, y'all.